Hello friends, welcome back to the return PvP game between IR and Bork. For starters, let's have a short recap. IR still plays a heavy industry focused faction, which allowed him to colonize 3 systems previously. Speaking of colonies, let's highlight the most prominent planets colonized so far. Ultra-rich blue colony with a maximum population of 24 is a gem of this exposition. Hiraki system has a rich planet with a maximum population of 16 and triple abundant planets with a maximum population of 12. Ep2 system is good enough as well. Over at Zin, Roten and Oshi system we have a couple of planets good enough to be colonized in the future. Especially a potential colony on a rich planet with a maximum population of 12 in a Zin system, and additional rich planet at a Roten system with a maximum population of 20. And this is what we know about our current galaxy. We have one unguarded gold deposits at Oshi system, which with a pretty decent planet over there makes it a great target for a settlement. Okay, let's move on to our technological advancements. For the production we have stable automated factories, +5 production flat and +1 for each worker. Spaceport will be useful for money generation. For the research we have research labs, biospheres and hydroponic farms provides +2 maximum population and food accordingly. Production tier 2 have robotic factories. For the military department we have assault shuttles, which screams to me a pure aggression from IR's part. Current leaders are represented by Administrator Emo, quite good for his instructor perk. Director Gallis are in charge for financial support, and the most interesting for me is Administrator Lidon, which boosts our money generation quite much and allows us to get more useful leaders in the future with a discount. Quite unfortunately, we still don't have commanding fleet officers, which makes our fleet a bit slower and a bit less efficient in the combat. Okay, enough with the recap and let's get going with this game. Okay, our first research for this game is deuterium fuel cells, providing us with a 6 parsecs of movement distance before fueling. Most of the time this is enough, because most systems allocated with a 6 parsecs between them. Next research is pollution processor, and we are looking for colonizing the X-Bear system, which is 24 maximum population, abundant planet for as a starter planet there. This is pretty okay. And of course there is a Yoth, Zin system, Oshi system, but you need a logistical chain to transfer your population between those planets, and the longer your population stays in the transfer, the more you're losing your production capabilities or research or money generation. This is what we have right now, a couple of riches and couple of abundant planets. Pretty great start, if you ask me. And we get Administrator Kimbuzi looking out to be hired, which IR is doing. And it seems he is going to Akbar system as a farming leader. He is on a farming planet, that is. Okay, our next research is a pollution processor, halves the pollution. And our next colony on a Zin system, and it will be a rich planet with a maximum population of 12. 8 industry per worker, which is great for many purposes, of course. And it will be called Tundra. Yeah. I likes this name, apparently. Okay, let's see. The next system probably would be a Rotan system by the chain of supplies. We already talked about it. Or maybe not. As you can see, he goes with his colony ship at Uber system. He checks Genip system guarded by Eel, Space Eel, Nessus system guarded by Amoeba. They're both doable. And we arrive at Enoch system, one of the greatest systems of this galaxy generation. And we got attacked at the Ep system. And our scout is bonked in the oblivion. Gorgeous system, and it's a great thing that we have the same system mirrored in our part of galaxy. And we got to turn 70. Population at 126 and RP almost 200. If you look at what we have right now, you can understand that Trinus and Ekbar system are transitional ones. However, U-bar system, which will be colonized at nearest turns, is not, and it seems IR wants to concentrate his attacking factor at the upper half of the map, considering that his position would mirror his colonization strategy and colonize in the lower part. However, IR is a much faster production race, which will allow him to be much more prepared in the lower part than his position in his upper part. Rotan and Enoch system are next for colonization, it seems, followed by monsters planets when time comes. Our next research is microbiotics, which is 30% to population growth, and our next system for colonization is U-bar system, as we already predicted it, which were quite obvious. 15 maximum population abundant system, and we're going for Rosa system. Again, IR concentrates at frontal systems to strengthen those before the conflict. Director Emo get himself a level, and we're colonizing the Rosa system. And its center, as of now, quite a decent system. And we're going for Fantasy system. It's quite a contrast to what I was thinking IR would do, because Rotan and Enoch system are quite good. And we have a lucky event for Bork. However, IR is still in the lead by the systems. Weather control system plus 2 food per farmer is the next research. We've gotten and neural scanner for fusion beam as the next research as well. And we're going now for neural scanner. Fantasy system is going to be colonized right now. 15 abandoned. It is. No renaming. Yep, we got it here. Still strengthening the center and mostly upper part of the galaxy. Neural scanner is researched. +7 to all spline action, and planetary supercomputer is going to be next. And Rotan system finally. Rich planet with a maximum population of 20. Great system, and we are now at turn 18. Population is 191, RP 500. We have a healthy amount of systems and 5 riches and 1 ultra-rich planet, which will boost our production further and further. Ultra-rich 20 at Enoch and ultra-rich at Nessus, and other system guarded by monsters with a Psiga, Sigama and Genip with the rich systems again guarded. These are next targets. We got debris for 75 BC, and planetary supercomputer is already researched, which will boost our technological advancement even further, and Tekken Scanner is going to be next in the research queue. which is quite interesting choice. And unfortunately, we're deleting the lead-on because we cannot get other leaders because we're capped, and IR decides that lead-on is the weakest link. So we got a first contact. Sakurite is 11 systems against 5 systems in the possession of our vis-a-vis Bork. But of course it's expected of this disparity in systems because Bork, using a creative race, it's notorious for being really slow in the beginning. However, the more time passes, the more frightening creative becomes. One thing we can say for sure, that Bork chose the same colonization strategy as IR and went to the bottom lucrative systems which are there. Okay, this is Bork's racial setup, and it's quite interesting because he doesn't play democracy, which has a boost for research, and he plays feudal with the food production and industrial production. It seems he simulates pretty much unification, but with the benefits of morale researches which he can get, and he can research, while IR with his unification cannot. He's lucky, and he has large and rich homeworld, which by many considered one of the best picks you can get for your race. And feudal by itself, while having lesser amount of research produced, it's much better at ship construction, and creative is kind of helps with bad research, especially if you consider moral. Okay, let's see other graphs. For now we dead even. However, of course, tech is not our forte. Borks are quite ahead in tech, well, by just sheer quantity, not equality, by the way. Let's see what is there for population. We should have a numerical advantage over Bork in the population department. Yep, we're quite ahead. 22 dozens against 14 dozens. 140 against 220. Will it compensate in research against morally able faction? Let's say it like this. It has to be seen in the future, but for now it's a healthy lead. We have a lead in buildings as well, which should be like this, simply because we're a bit better at production than Bork's race. Okay, let's go. And we colonize an Enoch system with a juicy, ultra-rich planet with a maximum population of 20. And atmospheric renewer, our next tech researched, which reduces pollution by 4 times. I mean, and turn 90, we have population 285, with a research points per turn more than 1000. For now, this is our setup. We have 2 ultra-rich planets already, we have 5 rich planets, and a couple of abundant systems for good measure, and it seems we're going for Earth. For now it's 12 systems against 6 systems of Bork. For now, only system with a special which we can acquire is Oshi. However, all monster systems are intact, with the great specials there as well. Additional special I should mention is an Enoch system with a ancient artifacts which boosts your research by 2 points per each scientist, which is great. Okay, we have population boom ended for Bork and nano disassemblers, one of the greatest research you can have overall, period. Reduces fuel pollution by 8 times automatically on all your systems. And we have a first design for this episode. I think it will be monster hunting destroyer. Let's see. Yep, Monst is the name. What systems we want? Augmented engines increases the speed and initiative. Fast missile racks allows to dump all those 2 missiles ammo in one turn, and mirrored and fast overloaded nuclear missiles would do a ton of damage. 8 times damage of original damage. And we have a couple of those being built. And we're designing a frigate as well. I think it's for monsters as well, because you need some expendables or some fast craft to go away as far as possible from monster, just so combat would not end if, for example, monster would be able to kill all your ships. And as you can see, Bork starts the monster season faster, which is quite a surprise for me. And we colonize the Earth system, which has a pretty decent planet of 12 maximum population, being rich one. Too good. Okay, this is our leaders, current leaders, and we have a terraforming. Great technology to have, especially for production-based race, and we're going to colonize Unrock system with another rich planet, adding it to our empire and rename it to Angria. And another design, let's see what is full. Naming actually matters, because with the names players recognize their designs and reduce stress on their brains pretty much, or at their attention. And it's pretty much capture ship. 1 assault shuttle system with a 22 combat speed and 90 space available. It's all there will be, just to allow the ship to rapidly move forward as fast and as far as possible, to just not allow enemy ship to do anything and to capture it. And we have our first Commander Waller. Not the greatest one, but again, this is what we get with being repulsive. And again, Bork continued to destroy monsters, and it's Hydra this time, which guards pretty great system, I should say, with a 37 maximum population, rich planet, and we get heightened intelligence, +1 to all scientist production of RP, let's say it like this. And we get the next planet being populated, and we are going to engage our first monster. Let's see how IR will do this. he moves his ships to the middle. It's all done deliberately to manipulate the AI of monster. Missiles being fired by 2 volleys, and IR moves one of his destroyers forward. You will see why he does that. It will be quite apparent. Other ships are going to try to be as far as possible from this amoeba, because it actually moves quite fast. And as you can see, amoeba goes to attack the closest destroyer to it, while others are gone, retreating. And again, one frigate would be lost as well. IR just stationed it or positioned it like this, so amoeba would attack it without destroying all those missiles. And just like this, amoeba is conquered. And we have a planetary missile base as well. This turn, great defensive building to have. Easy to build and quite formidable. And we're going to robo-miners. And 125 BC at NASA system is ours as well. Additionally, 2 pretty good ultra-rich planet with a 12 maximum population. And we're designing a scout frigate, and robo-miners is ours, propelling our production forward. I was thinking what he wants to research next. Gyro destabilizer are quite great, ignoring shields, ignoring everything, just going straight to structure of the ship. However, it's quite heavy and it's quite close ranged. And I choose to multi-wave ECM jammer. And again, Bork goes for heavy for monsters. We have multi-wave ECM jammer, one of the best anti-missile tech, and let's see what IR wants to do. Okay, turn 100, population 424, research points 1500. IR has quite a healthy lead in a system count, having 16 system against 10 system. However, Bork conquered 3 monster systems, while we conquered only 1. It seems Fiddle Pick doing work for Bork, providing him with a much-needed fleet building capabilities. And those monster systems will allow Bork to have a leg on IR. We still have 3 monster systems which we want to conquer, and as you can see, IR macro play is paying off, because Bork doesn't have anything at upper half of his part of a galaxy. This is our leaders. Let's review them again. The graphs are mostly even, maybe a little bit in our favor. Again, a bit of a glance at racial setup. Still Bork racial setup borks me pretty much. Bork still leads in tech, while we're leading heavily at population department, even more so now. And we're going for Hydra. Quite a great world it is discarding. A rich planet with a 37 maximum population. It would be one of the best production-based or production-oriented planet IR have. Or would have. Or so I hope. Because he needs to destroy their Hydra before he can claim that system. Moving forward with all of his fleet except one frigate. Again, if all those ships in the front would be destroyed, all those missiles will continue move forward and combat would not end while at least one ship of IR stays alive. That's why he moves one of his frigate backwards. And is it enough? And it's enough. Great, another 125 BC, and it's quite a great things to have. And Gamma system is being colonized, Gamma planet as well. Let's see, no renaming. And Tronor system with a pretty mediocre abundant planet with a 19, with maximum population of 19. Still, great thing to have. 2 spies right now, and spy tech, which we have, and Bork going for crystal, which guards ultra rich planet with a 37 maximum population. Antimatter bomb, one of the most researched bomb, like a staple bomb you want to have against planetary shields, and planetary gravity generator as additional research we're getting. And what's next? Auto lab. Again, quite a choice here. And Eel is going against the monster hunting fleet of IR. This destroyer can be saved, however, it can do his damage still, because this attack from Eel would resolve only in the next turn, so IR self-destructs his destroyer to apply at least some additional damage. Because just being destroyed by attack will not guarantee self-destruction. Explosion like this, so you need to self-destruct yourself if you understand or see that there's this only viable choice to do so. Let's see if the damage output of IR's ships is enough. Yep, it's enough. Great. Not a bad system to actually have, but still a couple of rich planets, one of those with the gold deposits. And as of now, IR has quite a deficit in the money department because his fleet is growing, even though he has taken communication, which allows him to increase his commanding points, but his starbases count is low, so he doesn't have enough to sustain his fleet, so his money generation takes a hit. And additional military design right now for a frigate. And we're going to attack, and our opposition, the scout. No shield, titanium armor, fusion drive, basic computer, and what next? What else? Nothing extraordinary. However, it's not a depiction of a technological level of Bork. And let's see. Can our frigate destroyed with one volley? Yep. Bonked to the oblivion. Autolabs plus 30 research points flat just by building it. For production-based faction, it's great things to have. And finally, Bork colonizes this crystal system, ultra-rich planet with a 37 maximum population. Inertial stabilizer, the next military tech we are getting, then antimatter torpedo, and battleship design. Let's see what IR wants to do with it. Maybe some anti-missiles design. Maybe, or maybe not. It's quite a strange one, I'd say. Okay, this is like a pre-built design just to redesign it or refit it after you build it. Let's say it like this, like a template design. And antimatter drive and antimatter torpedo. It is. And then it's the class 4 shield. And turn 110 upon us. Population 623. Research points 3000 plus. And 20 systems against 14 systems, where the 3 monster systems conquered against 4 monster systems conquered. In a couple of turns, we will get our crystal as well. So no big deal, actually. We're almost on par, colonizing our weak bottom part of a galaxy, while Bork still struggles to colonize his weak upper part. Well, while our strong part is already ready for being forefront of an attack. Again, macro decisions, and let's see how it's pan out. The last comparative graph check. Technologies, again, Bork's in the lead there. However, IR closing the gap. And Autolab would help with it. Again, population gap growth with each turn. And again, it's all place for IR's part. Let's say it like this, for IR success. 623 population against approximately 360 population, almost twice as much IR wins here. And it translates into research, it translates into production, it translates into money generation, which obviously you want to be better off against your opposition to win this game. Of course, there is a macro decision, tactical decision in play as well. However, population is like the general gist of what is going on. Still, technologically, Bork has a lead. Fleet is in our favor. However, it's not indicative of what we will see in the future, because Bork plays feudal, which allows him to build ships 25% faster. So we may see the similar number of ships for Bork and for IR in the near future. Okay guys, this will be the end of this battle report, and we will continue in the next episode, where we are going to get an epic finale of this saga. Feel free to tune in the future. Bye bye.